348, switch west.
South Louise for Intertel 1 present. Do you want to cover unit?
Tiger West.
Cover. Cover.
348 has.
Cover.
Hey everybody,
348,
it's
Kenny.
Skyler, T Storm Chasers here.
Cover.
Just starting the night off with some rain already here in Sioux Falls. Freezing rain in some portions, seen a little bit of sleet today. But taking the route similar to what I took a couple days ago when I-29 got pretty bad. I just got on I-29 from 41st going northbound. Gonna take the loop around Sioux Falls, hit I-90 up here, and go back down I-29 towards Minnesota. But I was thinking before I went live, talked with our team members a little bit, and from what we've seen in the past and what's been the forecasted amount, which is anywhere between 5 to 10 inches and 4 to 8 inches, and then I've heard 3 to 6 inches. So, you know, typical Sioux Falls or South Dakota, we don't know how much we're getting until we get it. A little slow there, buddy. You didn't realize how slow you're going. But we're getting snow. We anticipate the temperature dropping tonight, and with these wet roadways from the rain today, we anticipate that the interstates are gonna be getting pretty slick as soon as the temperature starts getting around 32 degrees. Can start, you know, right around 8, 9 o'clock as the temperature starts to dip down there. As the temperature drops and changes over, we're looking at it, there's rain and sleet turning to snow. So that's when roadways are going to start deteriorating pretty badly. We do have quite a bit of wind right now, especially out here in the open. That also can interfere with how much snow we get. So snow totals are still kind of up in the air, but I-29, all the interstates right now are pretty normal, just wet. But for your evening commute slash commute in the morning, be prepared for a lot of slick roadways, snow impacting travel, and especially if you live out of town, it might be rough. So as we saw a few days ago, DOT didn't start treating the interstates until it started getting slick. We're not entirely sure if Department of Transportation, if our Sioux Falls plans to start salting the roadways before the temperature starts getting down, but with this amount of water that's already on the roadways, anticipate quite a bit of ice in certain spots, especially over bridges. Bridges will start freezing over more quickly than other roadways, and then especially on I-29, once you get around exit 81, exit 83, 72, through Sioux Falls, and those curves, it's going to start getting slick. So right now, traffic is normal in town. No slick spots so far, as I've been driving for about an hour now in and around Sioux Falls. So far, no reports of snow yet here in Minnehaha County. It's just been rain. far north is Brookings, just windy and rain. T, Hartford, Harrisburg, Brandon, Valley Springs, all the areas surrounding Sioux Falls, just still same thing, just really wet. The winds picked up quite a bit from this morning though. So I noticed a lot of the other weather channels are doing a lot of, hey, this is the amount of snow we're getting, but as we saw last time with I-29, not a lot of people are getting a lot of warning about how quickly things are going to deteriorate. So tonight, if you're going to work, it's going to be getting slippery once the temperature nears 32, between 32 and 34 degrees. I don't just say 32 because it can be 34 and then the wind chill is down a little bit lower than that, and the wind, with how hard it's blowing, is going to start getting up there. So roads can start freezing, especially on the bridges and overpasses at 35, 34 degrees just because of the wind chill alone. So if you're out tonight, when you hop in your car, look at the thermometer. If it's anticipate slick roadways in Sioux Falls. If you're in town, brake a little once the light goes green. In out of town, if you're driving from Sioux Falls tonight, you should be relatively okay. Take your time where you're going and use, common sense. However, tomorrow morning, leave early for work. It's gonna help out. But we're actually gonna do something similar to what we did last time. We're gonna go up here to the Brookings, not the Brookings exit, but the next exit up. I'm having a brain block, can't think. Thank you, Susanna. We'll keep you guys updated throughout the night. Any big changes, we'll let you know. The wind's pretty heavy now as I'm going northbound on I-29 from I-90. It's blowing my small car around like a little toy.
1305 or 1508 West Russell Street.
So that's the town that I was looking for, the Renner and Crooks exit. We're going to take this exit up here and go back down to I-90 and go eastbound on I-90. Take the little loop. Last week, it was pretty much I-29 that was giving everybody difficulties. I anticipated some ice around 26th Street Bridge and I-229 and around 41st in Minnesota. And I-229 there at Minnesota, but nothing. I don't think we had any accidents over there.
Show me out with that, where you did that.
But again, if you guys are going out and about tonight, just take your time, go slow. As that temperature drops down, roadways are going to start getting slick. Tomorrow morning, leave for work early, drop the kids off early at school. If you can, sometimes you can't. Just be patient. Help out a lot of people by just being patient.
723, do you still be on 252's call? 723. Hey
Angie, was told to give you a shout out. So, how you doing?
218 checking status.
But glad you guys could join us. I'm just gonna drive down to I-229 in Minnesota, and guys want to stick around and listen, you can. Scanner traffic's been pretty light so far since I've been on for the last hour and a half, so.
224, checking status.
Company checking status.
That's worse.
Cover.
Now, regretfully, I did not see the direction in which the wind was blowing per the weather forecast. However, I'm going southbound now on I-29. It seems like it's coming really heavy out of the east. It's going east to west right now. At this point in time, Darren, the roads are fine. They're wet. The wind's blowing pretty hard at the moment. So if you guys are out and about right now, you should be fine. But if you guys are in town, exits like Minnesota and on I-229 or 271st, I believe, and I-29 going into T, or even the I-29 exit onto from southbound onto the I-229 exit northbound. Right in there, that interchange ices up pretty quickly. So, at this moment in time, roads are just wet. The rain's slacking off here.
47, 218 checking status. Cover.
I'm not sure if my microphone on my camera's picking it up, but I feel like I'm having the need to yell because of how hard the wind's blowing, and my car rides pretty slow. I mean, pretty quietly. So.
Over 4.
Yes, you're totally right. Pothole season is almost upon us. Seems like this year too, it might have gotten an early start just because of the fact we had 60, 70, almost 70-degree weather the other week. So it felt like I found a couple new ones, but we'll see what happens. Interstates haven't been so bad. I haven't heard of any roads buckling, but that's surprising too with the amount of weeks that we had under, weather under zero. But definitely, pothole season is definitely upon us.
On the trip. 10 p.m.
Pepper.
No tracks.
Pepper.
Temperature's been holding steady at about 37, 36 for the last hour and a half or so. As the sun dips down, we'll continue to watch it go lower.
Pepper.
In your car, the main and center. Parking lot here.
if you noticed, but at that Renner exit, the rain had kind of died down a decent amount. Now we're back up to just a steady sprinkle. It's not quite sleet, not quite freezing rain, but it's definitely something to keep your eye on. As we go further south here of Sioux Falls, it seems to be a little bit heavier right now, a little bit heavier band of rain coming through ahead of the storm. So it could possibly be my mount on my phone that's making it seem like it's rough riding, but I mean the wind is blowing me around quite a bit. I mean, I'm not quite white knuckling it, but I'm definitely fighting a battle here to keep it straight because of the wind. So not many people comment on the quality of the video when I drive, so I'm thinking that it might be it probably is the wind if it looks like it's rough, because it is it's not a constant struggle, but it definitely is taking a little bit of attention to keep it in between the lines just because of the amount of wind.
247, I'm on a county ending 19.
It almost feels like, and I'd have to look, so don't quote me on the wind speed right now, but it almost feels about 25 to 30 mile an hour gusts of wind here with the handling of my car. And yeah, as we go farther south right now, it appears to be, this rain appears to be turning into sleet. So again, if that stays the case, then those areas will probably start getting a little bit more slippery than the areas north. But however, I'd have to look again at where we anticipate the heaviest bands right as it hits Sioux Falls. To be honest, I was surprised a day ago learning that we were going to get more snow. With all that being said, again, tonight as temperature drops, just be wary of the roads. They are already wet, so things are going to start freezing. Haven't gotten any reports of slick roadways yet. However, the temperature's still kind of hanging between 36 and right around 37 degrees. My car thermometer's been pretty accurate when it comes to the temperature, and so might be a hair cooler, a hair warmer, don't know. Roadways will start deteriorating pretty quickly as the rain starts turning into snow tonight, and as the temperature continues to drop. And then again tomorrow we'll have a completely different approach to the weather, as anticipate we've had reports of and calculations of 3 to 8 inches, 4 to 8 inches, 5 to 10 inches. So it just depends on how the storm moves through the area. I mean, it's South Dakota. We could wake up tomorrow and there'd be no snow. I mean, I wouldn't go that far in this case, but it's South Dakota, so wake up like you're getting a really bad storm. Just use caution in the morning as you're going to work. You should be good. But with that being said, appreciate you guys for joining us. West along I-90 at least, no reports of accidents so far that I've heard. No slick roadways at this moment. However, that's also subject to change later on tonight. So like I always say, if you guys have any questions, comments, let us know. Message the
There's no
page
problems here. Policy.
or ask during our live streams. I'll be out tonight for a good portion of the night, monitoring the weather and running a few calls if we get some. But again, have a good night. Thanks for joining us, and see you on the next live stream.